Hello everyone, I'm Tracy Alexandra. Today I thought we'd talk about on the hot topic of money. We all need money to survive in this world, but we don't just want to survive, we need to thrive as well. So today I thought we'd do just a chat on some general things to help out if you're in a struggle or you're actually starting your new chapter of creating wealth. So here goes. So I'm pretty big on budgeting. All my life, I write everything down, so I've got it typed out, budgets for everything, and I always find that is a good way of so you're not overspending. And a new thing I started the last couple of years is I keep on my desk whenever I go out shopping. I keep an eye on my budget for every 2 weeks. I'll write down what I'm spending on petrol, anything that I'm spending. I just jot it down actually on this piece of paper on my desk. So I keep an eye on things, especially shopping, because shopping can get out of control. If you're just jumping in and going to the shops, every couple of days, 3 or 4 days, that's where you can spend far too much money on things that you really don't need to be spending money on. And the other thing as well is knowing your assets and liabilities. So your assets, things that create money for you, and liabilities are the things that do not create money for you. So some things like your car it is an asset in a way that it can take you to jobs or and it gives you transport to different things. But a car is not really an asset because it devalues each year that you have that car. So it's not really an asset, but it's an asset that you can get around and go to your job or your business or whatever, or you're going to meetings. So knowing the importance of assets and liabilities is a huge thing, because if you're spending your hard-earned money on things that are actually liabilities, you're going to be going backwards. So this is a really important thing to know. And I actually, besides having a budget typed out, I actually have a sheet with written up with assets and liabilities. I write them down and put next to each one the total of each one. And some people, like myself, we have paper assets, which are different things. The songs or books or paintings, they're a different kind of asset. So you can have properties as assets, gold, there's many different types of assets, shares, Bitcoin, there's many different types of assets. And moving forward, you have a lot of people, here in Australia, have a superannuation fund. But superannuation funds are great to the point, but it's a very long-term thing. So if you're wanting to create wealth on a quicker, I suggest that you consult an investment planner, someone who knows how to invest money, and you might be able to work with them and find something that you can get short term, things like 6 months at 5% per week, and then you can keep rolling that over. So that's going to create wealth for you, and where your super can take a very long time, and you've got to be careful with superannuations that you're not paying out fees as well. And so you need to work out if that super fund is actually creating the wealth that you need as well. And also, when if you are struggling, then there's changes that need to be made in your life. And that's why I suggest writing things down, because what are you spending your money on? What are you really focusing on? Are you working towards your goals, are you actually self-sabotaging yourself? Because a lot of times we can self-sabotage ourselves. I know I can be quite a spontaneous person at times, so I'll be on budget and then all of a sudden I'll get this inkling and I go, oh, I need to go off and spend some money doing something, but I've actually blown the budget. So maybe putting aside a little bit of extra money, if you know that you have things like myself being spontaneous in that moment, and you've got that little bit of money aside, so if you are spontaneous, it's all good. And also having your rainy day money, you need to have, it's important to have that money just as your backup, and to give yourself a little bit of security in case something happens to the car, or you need to go to the doctors, or some bill comes up that you weren't expecting. So it's always good to have that rainy day money put aside, and all these things all create and bring together your new financial chapter. So so far we've got the budgeting, we've got your assets and liabilities, investing your money, you've got your rainy day money set aside, and also what you're creating, your everyday income. Now, the everyday income, maybe you're not making as much as that you actually need, so maybe you need to make a change there, or you've got enough money that you can start investing in, so then the investments roll over, so you've actually got maybe that extra money that you're needing. So that's why I always say it's great to write down all your money, your budgets, your assets and liabilities, how much you need for a rainy day, all these things, and your everyday income, what you're earning on your everyday income, and also what your debts are as well. So you're really, really clear about exactly where you are. If you don't know exactly where you are, it's pretty hard to get to that goal or that destination because you're not actually clear about what's actually happening with your money. And sometimes when we're fearful or we're in a struggle, you don't want to look at things because, it's really hard. But it's okay. You've just got to encourage yourself that you can get through this by a few just little changes that you can make will make a big difference. And by doing that, writing it down and write down even if there's small things, even if you save just $10 that week towards something, it doesn't matter. Every little bit counts. And it's also positive and reinforcing to yourself that, oh, okay, I did that. So you're encouraging yourself. And another thing that I learned as well is that if you are in fear mode about money, is to, even if it's $5 or 20 cents or anything, just give that away to someone, because that helps take the fear away for money. Like even just a little bit just to give to somebody helps encourage you about your money. Now, on the emotional side of money, which is huge, so many of us have issues around money. Money's such a massive topic, hey? I think more than sex, actually. So, okay, we've got our money beliefs, and we've also got our self-sabotages that go on as well. So these money beliefs of our thought patterns of going around, of not having enough, or whatever your belief system is, you need to work on that because it's affecting your money and attracting money that you need. I know I used a healing modality called kinesiology, which helps to tap into the brain and to realign your thoughts and take the fears away of that. And I did one, I did quite a few sessions around my money, and it really did help enormously. And the other thing is we have money wounds, so pains from our past, or maybe you have lost a lot of money, someone betrayed you and you've lost a lot of money. You may need to go through a grieving process about that, the loss of money and the betrayal of another person. I've had that happen to myself. It's not an easy thing, but you just got to, what you need to do is move through. It's like a grieving process. So you've got to grieve the loss of that money and then move on to the new chapter of your life and start looking and moving forward with your thoughts and planning, and start action towards the new chapter of your wealth creation. So we talked about quite a few things today, but our emotional IQ intelligence about our money has a huge effect. So we've kind of got to combine our emotional intelligence with our financial intelligence, putting them together. So, working on the emotional side of our beliefs and our money wounds and our self-sabotages that go on. And then on the other side, you may need help maybe from an investor or someone that you can trust, that you can start putting your money towards something that's actually going to create more money and wealth for you. And be rolling, like while you're asleep, your money's rolling over. That's what you want. None of this putting it in the bank, that doesn't create money. So we've covered a few things today. And I hope in some way that this helped. And I wish you all the best on your new chapter to financial creation, which you can do just step by step. And if you are having a very hard time and you've lost a lot of money or you're going through a struggle, please be gentle with yourself and be kind to yourself, and just take it one step at a time. If you start to get overwhelmed, just take a break for a bit. Breathe. It's all good and you will get there. It's just a matter of time, and just making sure that you're actually heading in the right direction as well. So I wish you well on your new chapter of wealth abundance. Bye for now.